Hey guys, I'm here by absolutely no popular demand. I just decided to do a little update. I was kind of surprised of how many views I actually got. I didn't think I would get like over 300 or something, but last time I checked it was past 1700. So if you saw my last video, I kind of went through the settings that I kind of found on my own and try to just share that information with you guys after having this TV for like 2 weeks. So now that I've had it for just about a month, I've been playing around with it just as much as I have the first 2 weeks. So after I made that first video, I was satisfied with those settings, but I just it's one of those things with me where like I invest all this kind of money into something and I just wanted more out of it. And when you buy something like that and you think it could be better, you should play around with it more. And it's an investment. This is like a close to a decade investment until your next upgrade. So you want to get the best out of your money. So these settings I have updated with some help of another YouTuber. So I'm gonna make this very quick, as quick as I can, rather, and tell you guys how I found more of a vibrant picture without sacrificing, the least amount of quality in picture. And first of all, I'm gonna tell you guys that for this settings for the KS8000, um, I do mess around extensively with white balance, and that is from a YouTuber that I got this information from, and I want to give a shout out to. His username goes by the, is it uh, TV calibration with Darko? I think he's a European fellow. So yeah, I clicked on his video, and it was a while ago, and he just all I got from him was his white calibration, so it sounded like he knew what he was talking about. So I want to give a shout out to him, and they seem to work pretty good. So other than the white balance, I still mess around a lot though, so you're gonna have to bear with me here, and I think it'll be worth it for you guys to hear and listen to this. If you could already tell, I don't know if you could tell on the phone here, I'm recording, but this picture is pretty fucking good. As you could see, the three people on the screen have three different skin tones, which it should be the way it should, because not everyone has the same skin tone. And every color is exactly the color, to my eyes anyways, that it should be. The reds are red, the blues are blues. Everything's really nice on point and exposure. So here we go. I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat, I've messed around with every single setting and calibrated from that. I'm talking about, um, dynamic, natural, neutral, and movie mode. I've messed around with all of those extensively. And I wasn't satisfied until I actually just fucked around with HDR, and I found that to be really damn good. I don't know what it does, but it just gives me a really nice image. So go to special viewing mode and turn HDR mode on. Quickly after that, make sure that fit to screen is on, by the way. Go to expert settings, backlight, obviously however you want. I have my my brightness at 42, contrast 97. For contrast, 90 to 100, I don't really see a bad picture at all. Have it to your liking. This is one of the things that I have changed my mind on, is sharpness, especially during cable, not so much movies or something. And I'll tell you why with sharpness I increased it. Hold on, let me tell you in a little. My color is at 57. Digital clean view. Okay, so digital clean view, if you saw my last video, I had no idea. I couldn't tell the difference. But now, in half of the content that I'm watching, I am able to tell the difference. It kind of gets rid of like some grain sometimes on the screens, especially like TV, reporting, or like Like I was watching Sunday Night Football or some football, and then the camera went to the crew in the booth, and then I was turning it on and off, and it was as clear as day that it was getting rid of some noise. Now the payback for that is that essentially noise or grain equals the sharpness of an image. So when you take that off, when you put the digital clean view on, it takes away the noise, but it does soften your image sometimes. So that's exactly why I have my sharpness up a little bit, to kind of compensate for that. It's worked for me. You guys could try it out. Not the biggest, issue with image quality, but try it out. Smart LED, I have that off. This is honestly the number one thing that after a whole month that I can't tell the biggest difference on the screen. On, off, or I just have it off. Dynamic contrast is 0. Color tone standard. That was very important. Usually I was warm 1, warm 2, but this time I went for standard. Gamma 2. I'll go back here. Gamma 0. So here we go. I'm gonna try to do this really quick, guys. Pause the video if you need to. So I have my red offset at 1, green offset at 1, blue minus 19. This is a 2-point, by the way. White balance. Red 11, green minus 1, and blue minus 2. After that, go into your 10-point, and then don't click on an interval here. This has every percentage intensity wise or something, but don't mess around with any of them. They should all be at zeros, but start with 80. And here I have it red minus 2, green minus 3, and blue minus 2. From 80, go to 90. And that is red minus 7, green minus 3, and blue minus 8. After that, go to 100. And then have it at red minus 12, green 0, and blue minus 10. After that, you should be done with this. So yeah, just those first 3, and all 70 down, 70% and down should be all zeros, guys. And then after that, like I said, these calibrations were from TV calibration with Darko. Make sure I give him credit for that because he helped me out on this watching his video. Color space will. Oh yeah, okay, color space. This is something else I also do. Where are we here? For your red, 31, green 8, blue 3, green 25 red, 43 green, and 7 blue. For blue, red 0, green 4, blue 47, yellow, red 50, green 51, blue 4, whoops, and from yellow, cyan, red 25, green 41, blue 47, and finally magenta, red 30, green 10, and blue 42. I think it's a football play, isn't it? I don't know. Alright, so after that, you should be done with all the white balance stuff, and it gives me a really nice, vibrant picture. If you saw my last video and you went with those settings, this kind of gives the colors a punch without oversaturating anything, to my eyes anyways, and I really liked it. If you're okay with the last, settings that I gave you, that's perfectly fine. I have changed my color all the way up to 57. I find it that once you hit, the low 60s, something like 59 up, it becomes, a little bit overbearing with colors. I mean, it's to your liking, honestly, guys, but right now I have it at 57 for me. So with those, the settings for television, for cable, and I really like this so far. And I think I'm just about done fucking around with this calibrations. I've been doing this for so long. Different days, different calibrations, see what I get used to. Sometimes I'll mess around with the calibration and I think it's fine. The other day I'll come back in the morning and then all of a sudden there's like a ugly green or magenta cast. And I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't see this last time. So those are my settings, guys. These settings, let me give you an example here. They don't work necessarily for like your YouTube or Netflix. But if you have those settings that I just gave you, and let's say you click into this YouTube app, and what did I have here? I'm going to show you guys the difference in color of why you need to have color space native. Expert, so everything's the same we just did. By the way, let me give you an example of color tone. I used to have it in warm 1. See if you can see the difference. Like, it kind of gives it a yellow cast, but if I go to standard, the colors are just more vibrant. Cool is a little bit obviously too cool for me, and this is just right for me. I really like this. So standard there, and then here we go. So from our cable viewing, we used to have custom. Well, when I went for all those settings with you guys, let me show you why it doesn't work in your Netflix or YouTube apps and stuff like that. Watch, I'm gonna send it back to the custom, how we had it in cable. Did you see that? How the colors kind of just died. Especially right here, native. See, if you look at the greens, and I turn it into custom, kind of die out a little. So yeah, I think it changes that automatically. Honestly, I didn't even have to do that when I went to my YouTube app or Netflix. And those are, really nice settings here. Let me go to this. Look at that color. I mean, that is so nice. So give those a shot, guys, and hopefully this works for you. What else? Let me go back to just the cable, how I had it. See, I go back to cable and go to the settings again. See, the color space used to be a native, but it automatically goes back to, custom, see? Because if you put native here, watch the reds on the CNN here. Cannot really see it, but it's overbearing it. The camera doesn't show it too well, but when you go to native in regular cable, it overdoes the colors, and especially reds. So custom, just stick with custom and what I gave you. Other than that, that's it, guys. I hope this video has helped you. I hope you watch this and like the update that I did. Thanks again for TV calibration with Darko for helping me out on that white balance. And yeah, that's it. Take it easy, guys.